I just moved out of my parents' house, and I had a great outlook on life. I just graduated from high school and was ready to get a job. I moved to a small town in North Dakota. Once I finally moved in, I went to sleep because of the long trip to the town. I heard a small banging noise from outside, but thought nothing of it. I woke up the next day, but a knocking on the door. I go downstairs and am greeted by my new neighbors. They were the cliché of TV neighbors. The woman had a flowered dress and a big smile on her face. The husband had a sweater vest and clean-cut hair. The man said, "Hello, welcome to the neighborhood. I'm Nick and this is my wife Jenny." I said, hi, I'm Kyle. I just moved here from Seattle." Nick responded very quickly, saying, "Great!" He was acting very robotically. "I have to unpack, I guess I'll talk to you later." Jenny finally spoke and said, "See you later." She looked exactly like Nick. I finally unpacked and sat down on the couch. I turned on the TV, and there was only one station. The station advertised the town that I just moved to by saying it was the best town in the world. Nobody ever wants to leave. I got relatively bored and turned it off. I went outside and looked around. There was about 10 houses on my road, and they all looked the same except mine, which had a garage, which all the other ones didn't have. I didn't think much of it at the time and went back in. I plugged in my iPod and listened for a bit and passed out on the couch. My neighbors came back to the door and rang the doorbell. I looked at the clock. It's about 5. What could they want? It was Nick and Jenny again. They asked me to go to a party they were hosting later that night. I was a little reluctant, but eventually agreed. When I showed up at the party, I saw about 20 people there. The odd thing I saw was that they were all dressed the same. I looked really bad compared to them. I was just wearing a white t-shirt and jeans. I felt somewhat out of place. I had some conversation with the other guests, but I didn't really pay attention. At the end of the night, I returned home and went upstairs, and passed out when I hit the pillow. I had an odd feeling in the middle of the night that something was wrong. I woke up and went downstairs. I grabbed a glass of water and went back upstairs. I turned the light on. Standing in the room was Nick and Jenny. They looked right at me and said, "We need to talk to you," said Nick, pulling out a syringe. I started to panic. I grabbed a lamp and backed into the corner. "Back off, Nick, or I will hit you with this." He didn't stop. I smashed the lamp across his face. He slowly turned back to me and he continued to smile. "What the fuck are you?" And then he injected me with the liquid. I woke up in a dark room and looked around. There was nothing there. A bright light turned on. I tried to cover my eyes, but my hands were strapped down. "What's going on here?" I screamed. Nick appeared with a medical mask, but his smile was still evident. "What are you going to do to me?" "Oh, we haven't decided yet, but it will be fun." He laughed. "Did you notice that there was little meat snacks at the party?" I went back to the party and somewhat remember the snacks. "Yeah, so what?" I asked. "Those are past residents of the house. Do you wonder why no one leaves?" I just realized that these people are murderers. "Let me go right now," I cried out. "We can't do that, Kyle. You moved here, and this is the rule of our town." Jenny walks in with a medical cart covered in sharp medical tools. Jenny hands Nick a syringe and grabs it and injects it into me. I pass out. I woke up in a bed and realized that my chest was open. "Please, just let me go home." "We cannot do that." "Kyle, it is your turn to be cooked." I was instantly shocked. "Next we will cut off your arm and we will cook it up for dinner tonight." I couldn't do anything but cry as they started to saw my arm off. All of a sudden the door in the back was kicked down and a police officer ran in. "Put your hands up right now." Nick walks over and grabs the officer and throws him at the wall. I scream, "What are you?" "We are in your nightmares. We are the things that stalk the night and make children scared." They continued to cut me open. I saw that they were pulling out my intestines. "Honey, we could turn this into a nice little dinner, couldn't we?" "Oh yes, we could. That would be delicious." They didn't realize that the cop actually came too. The cop shot Nick in the head and he instantly collapsed. Jenny turned and started transforming to a large creature and screeched so loud my ears started to bleed. Then her head exploded all over the wall. A cop walks over and asks, "Are you okay, son?" I respond, "Yes, I'm fine, I'll be okay. Just please get a doctor." "Oh, you must think this is a nice happy ending." Well, it isn't. Since the neighbors died, I had been hunted by those creatures. I think there's one outside right now. Please get some. "You humans don't understand that we will finish you all off and take over. It is just the beginning. We will find you, and we will kill you and eat you."